Chapter 1: Introduction to Breathwork, a Pathway to Wellness. In the fast-paced rhythm of modern life, where stress and distractions abound, the ancient practice of breathwork emerges as a potent tool for personal well-being and emotional regulation. Breathwork refers to a variety of techniques that focus on the conscious control of breathing patterns. By consciously engaging in specific breathing exercises, individuals can promote relaxation, increase body awareness, and enhance overall mental clarity. This chapter serves to introduce the foundational elements of breathwork, exploring its historical context, physiological mechanisms, key techniques, and the transformative effects it can have on both the mind and body. The roots of breathwork stretch back to ancient civilizations, from the yogic practices of India to the meditative traditions of Buddhism and Taoism. These practices recognize the profound relationship between breath and consciousness. In the yogic tradition, for instance, the Sanskrit term pranayama is used to describe breath control. This term combines prana, meaning life force or vital energy, and ayama, which translates to control or extension. Thus, pranayama implies an understanding of breath as not merely a physiological function, but as a means to access deeper states of awareness and vitality. It is from these ancient practices that contemporary breathwork techniques have evolved, providing a bridge between historical wisdom and modern psychological insights. At its core, breathwork operates on both physiological and psychological levels. When individuals engage in breathwork, they manipulate their breathing patterns, which can lead to various physiological changes. For example, a slower, deeper breathing pattern can stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body and reduces stress levels. This response is often referred to as the relaxation response. Conversely, rapid or shallow breathing can activate the sympathetic nervous system, leading to heightened arousal and stress. Understanding these physiological mechanisms is essential for effectively utilizing breathwork techniques for personal wellness. In addition to the physiological aspects, breathwork also has profound psychological implications. The conscious act of focusing on one's breath allows individuals to anchor their attention in the present moment, effectively reducing anxiety and promoting mindfulness. Mindfulness, as defined by Jon Kabat-Zinn, is the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Through breathwork, practitioners can cultivate this mindful awareness, creating a space for emotional regulation and self-discovery. Numerous techniques within breathwork exist, each offering unique benefits. For beginners, simple techniques such as diaphragmatic breathing, box breathing, and alternate nostril breathing provide accessible entry points into the practice. Diaphragmatic breathing, for instance, involves engaging the diaphragm fully, allowing for deeper inhalations and exhalations. This technique promotes relaxation and oxygenates the body more effectively than shallow chest breathing. To practice, one can simply place a hand on their abdomen and focus on expanding the belly as they inhale deeply, followed by a slow exhalation that gently contracts the belly. Box breathing, another technique, is characterized by its structured rhythm. Practitioners inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and then hold again for 4. This method is particularly useful for managing anxiety and enhancing focus, as it provides a rhythmic structure that can be calming in high-stress situations. On the other hand, alternate nostril breathing is a technique derived from pranayama, which involves breathing through one nostril at a time. This practice is believed to balance the nervous system and harmonize the body's energy pathways, promoting a sense of equilibrium and tranquility. As individuals embark on their breathwork journey, it is essential to understand the significance of intention and awareness. Setting an intention for one's practice can enhance the overall experience and outcome. This could range from seeking relaxation, clarity, or even emotional release. Furthermore, cultivating awareness of one's physical sensations, emotions, and thoughts during breathwork can deepen the practice and foster a greater connection with oneself. Such mindful engagement allows for personal insights and a greater understanding of one's emotional landscape, leading to increased emotional resilience. In conclusion, as we navigate through the complexities of life, breathwork emerges as a simple yet profound pathway to wellness. By understanding its historical roots, physiological effects, and psychological benefits, and by practicing various techniques, individuals can harness the power of their breath as a tool for enhancing their well-being. This chapter lays the foundational understanding necessary for exploring breathwork in greater depth, paving the way for personal transformation and a more profound connection with oneself. As we progress through this book, readers can expect to delve deeper into specific techniques, their applications, and the science that supports their efficacy, ultimately developing a personalized breathwork practice tailored to their unique needs. Chapter 2: The Science of Breath. Understanding the Respiratory System. Understanding the respiratory system is fundamental for grasping the practice of breathwork and its transformative potential. The respiratory system is an intricate network of organs and tissues that work collaboratively to facilitate breathing. This chapter aims to offer a comprehensive exploration of the anatomy and physiology of the respiratory system, elucidating its role in oxygen exchange and its profound connection to our emotional and physiological states. By unpacking these concepts, we will establish a scientific foundation that will aid in the application of breathwork techniques. The respiratory system comprises several key components, including the nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Each of these components plays a vital role in the process of respiration, which involves inhalation and exhalation. When we inhale, air enters through the nasal cavity, where it is filtered, warmed, and moistened. This air then moves down the pharynx and larynx before traveling down the trachea, a tube that branches into the bronchi, leading into the lungs. Within the lungs, the bronchi further divide into smaller bronchioles, culminating in tiny air sacs called alveoli, where the essential gas exchange occurs. The gas exchange process is crucial for sustaining life and occurs within the alveoli. Here, oxygen from the inhaled air passes through the thin walls of the alveoli into the bloodstream, where it binds to hemoglobin in red blood cells. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular metabolism, diffuses from the blood into the alveoli to be expelled during exhalation. This bidirectional exchange is not merely a physical process, it is also a physiological one, intricately linked to our overall health and well-being. Understanding this exchange is vital, as breathwork seeks to optimize oxygen intake and enhance carbon dioxide expulsion, ultimately supporting physical health and emotional stability. The concept of homeostasis is indispensable to our understanding of breath and its impact on our body. Homeostasis refers to the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment amid varying external conditions. The respiratory system plays a crucial role in homeostasis by regulating the levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood. When we exercise, for instance, our body requires more oxygen to fuel increased physical activity. As a result, our respiratory rate increases, facilitating the intake of more air and thereby enhancing oxygen delivery to the muscles. Conversely, when at rest, the body requires a lower intake of air, leading to a naturally slower respiratory rate. This dynamic regulation exemplifies the significance of breath in maintaining our physiological equilibrium. Linking the physiological aspects of breath with psychological responses reveals the intricate relationship between our breath patterns and our emotional states. The autonomic nervous system, which governs involuntary bodily functions, comprises two primary branches: the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. The sympathetic system is often associated with the body's fight or flight response, leading to increased heart rate and quicker breathing in response to stress or danger. In contrast, the parasympathetic system promotes a rest and digest state, slowing the heart rate and encouraging deeper, slower breathing. This interplay between breath and emotion opens up a multitude of possibilities for breathwork practices. For example, individuals may experience increased anxiety or stress, leading to shallow, rapid breaths. This pattern can exacerbate feelings of panic or unease, creating a feedback loop that heightens the emotional response. Conversely, intentional breathwork techniques, such as deep diaphragmatic breathing, can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and emotional regulation. By consciously adjusting our breath patterns, we can influence our mental state, thereby harnessing the power of breathwork as a therapeutic tool. Moreover, The study of breath through the lens of psychology introduces concepts such as mindfulness and its integration within breathwork practices. Mindfulness, defined as the practice of being present and fully engaging with the current moment, has gained recognition in psychological research for its benefits on mental health. When combined with breathwork, mindfulness allows individuals to develop a greater awareness of their breath, creating a deeper connection between the mind and body. This integration not only enhances the effectiveness of breathwork, but also fosters a holistic approach to emotional regulation, encouraging individuals to navigate their feelings with intention and awareness. To further contextualize the science of breath, we must consider how various factors influence our respiratory efficiency. Environmental influences, such as air quality, altitude, and even posture, significantly impact our breathing patterns. For instance, high-altitude environments may result in decreased oxygen availability, prompting the body to adapt by increasing respiratory rate and depth to maintain adequate oxygen levels. Similarly, poor posture can restrict lung capacity, leading to shallow breaths. Understanding these external factors empowers individuals to create optimal environments for breathwork practices, enhancing their overall experience and effectiveness. In closing, comprehending the science of breath and the workings of the respiratory system lays the groundwork for effectively engaging with breathwork techniques. This foundational knowledge reveals not only the physiological mechanisms that govern our breathing, but also the profound impact that breath has on our emotional well-being. As we move forward in this exploration of breathwork, we will build upon this scientific understanding to apply practical techniques and incorporate them into our daily lives, ultimately enabling us to harness the power of breath for enhanced health and emotional regulation. Chapter 3: Common Breathwork Techniques, an Overview of Methods. In the realm of wellness and personal development, breathwork has emerged as a transformative practice that harnesses the power of breath to promote emotional and physical well-being. This chapter aims to introduce you to common breathwork techniques, elucidating their principles, applications, and benefits. By understanding these methods, even beginners can embark on their journey toward enhanced self-awareness and emotional regulation through breath. Breathwork encompasses a variety of techniques that draw on the physiological processes of breathing to influence mental states, emotional balance, and overall health. At its core, breathwork is predicated on the understanding that breath is not just a biological function, but a gateway to deeper self-awareness and consciousness. The practice can be traced back to ancient traditions, including yoga and meditation, but has gained modern significance as a method for reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. One of the most widely recognized techniques is diaphragmatic breathing, often referred to as abdominal or deep breathing. This technique emphasizes the engagement of the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle located beneath the lungs. When practiced effectively, diaphragmatic breathing allows for a more comprehensive exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, promoting relaxation and reducing stress. To perform this exercise, one should sit or lie comfortably, placing a hand on the abdomen. As the individual inhales deeply through the nose, the abdomen should rise as the diaphragm expands. Conversely, upon exhalation, the abdomen falls. This focus on deep rhythmic breathing can help to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, engendering a state of calmness. Another prominent approach within breathwork is box breathing, a technique favored by athletes and those in high-pressure situations. Box breathing involves 4 stages: inhalation, retention, exhalation, and retention, each lasting a count of 4. For instance, one would inhale through the nose for a count of 4, hold the breath for 4, exhale through the mouth for 4, and hold again for 4 before repeating the cycle. This method instills a sense of control and mindfulness, helping to alleviate anxiety and enhance focus. The repetitive nature of box breathing can create a rhythmic pattern that calms the mind and reduces stress simultaneously. Holotropic breathwork is a more intensive form of breathwork that combines accelerated breathing patterns with guided music and sometimes physical movement. Developed by psychiatrist Stanislav Grof in the 1970s, holotropic breathwork aims to facilitate profound emotional releases and heightened states of consciousness. Participants typically engage in rapid, deep breathing for an extended duration, usually accompanied by evocative music. This process can lead individuals to confront suppressed emotions, traumas, and memories, offering a pathway to healing and self-discovery. While holotropic breathwork can be powerful, it is recommended that participants engage in this practice under the guidance of trained facilitators due to its intensity and potential psychological effects. In contrast, conscious connected breathing is a gentler approach where inhalation and exhalation are connected without pause. This technique encourages a state of flow and heightened awareness, allowing individuals to experience their emotions and sensations without interruption. It can be an excellent method for those seeking to cultivate inner peace and reconnect with their bodies. The simplicity of the practice makes it accessible to all, and its emphasis on sensation can deepen one's understanding of physical and emotional states. Another effective technique is the 4-7-8 breathing method, which employs a specific counting pattern to promote relaxation and aid sleep. Developed by Dr. Andrew Weil, this technique encourages individuals to inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath for 7 counts, and exhale deeply for 8 counts. By regulating the breath in this manner, practitioners can lower heart rates and shift their focus away from intrusive thoughts, making it particularly beneficial for those experiencing insomnia or anxiety. The technique's emphasis on extended exhalation serves to activate the vagus nerve, which plays a crucial role in calming the body and mind. Finally, the practice of pranayama, a component of yoga, deserves mention as a foundation for many breathwork techniques. Pranayama involves various methods of controlling the breath to enhance physical and mental well-being. Techniques such as Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, and Ujjayi, victorious breath, are integral to yoga practices. These techniques not only promote relaxation, but also help practitioners tap into the prana or life force energy within their bodies. By linking breath awareness with physical postures and mindfulness, pranayama serves as a holistic approach that nurtures the mind, body, and spirit. In conclusion, the variety of breathwork techniques available provides accessible pathways for individuals to explore the benefits of conscious breathing. From diaphragmatic breathing to advanced methods like holotropic breathwork, each technique offers unique advantages. As you explore these methods, consider your personal goals and preferences, and remember that breathwork is an invitation to connect more deeply with yourself. By understanding and practicing these techniques, you will not only enhance your well-being, but also cultivate a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional regulation. As you begin to implement breathwork into your daily routine, start with simple practices that resonate with you. Consistency is key. Even short, regular sessions can lead to significant benefits over time. As you progress, you may choose to delve deeper into more advanced techniques, fostering a comprehensive understanding of how breath can empower your journey toward personal growth and emotional healing. Chapter 4: The Role of Mindfulness in Breathwork. In the exploration of breathwork, the concept of mindfulness emerges as a pivotal element that enriches practice and enhances overall benefits. Mindfulness, defined as the state of being fully present and engaged in the moment without judgment, has become a cornerstone of various therapeutic practices. When integrated with breathwork, it transforms a simple act of breathing into a profound tool for self-discovery and emotional balance. Understanding the interplay between mindfulness and breathwork can provide individuals with valuable skills for managing stress, enhancing mental clarity, and promoting emotional well-being. To appreciate the relationship between mindfulness and breathwork, it is essential to first understand the nature of both practices. Breathwork involves the conscious regulation of breathing patterns to influence physical, emotional, and spiritual states. It can take many forms, from controlled breathing techniques used in yoga to more dynamic styles that facilitate emotional release. Mindfulness complements these practices by encouraging practitioners to focus on the present moment, observe their thoughts and feelings without attachment, and create space for deeper introspection. One of the primary benefits of integrating mindfulness into breathwork is the enhancement of self-awareness. As individuals engage in breath-centered practices, they are encouraged to observe their breath without attempting to change it initially. This observation promotes a non-judgmental awareness of bodily sensations, emotional responses, and thoughts that may arise during the practice. Studies have shown that increased self-awareness can lead to better emotional regulation, as individuals become more adept at recognizing triggers and responding to them more effectively. Kabat-Zinn, 1990. For beginners, it might be helpful to think of mindfulness as a tool that slows down the sensory overload of daily life, allowing for a clearer understanding of one's internal state through the lens of breath. Furthermore, when practitioners incorporate mindfulness into their breathwork routines, they often experience profound relaxation. The process of focusing on the breath naturally activates the body's relaxation response, which can counteract the physiological effects of stress. By switching their attention from external distractions to the rhythmic flow of breath, individuals create a sanctuary of calmness within themselves. This inner stillness can lead to a significant reduction in stress-related symptoms, such as anxiety, insomnia, and even physical ailments linked to chronic stress. Benson, 1975. Additionally, the synergistic relationship between mindfulness and breathwork can foster a deeper connection to one's body. For many, engaging with their breath allows for a reconnection with bodily sensations that they may have previously ignored or dissociated from, often as a result of stress or trauma. Mindful breathwork practices encourage individuals to explore these sensations with curiosity rather than fear or avoidance. This exploration can lead to breakthroughs in emotional healing, as individuals learn to navigate and understand their bodily experiences. According to Goleman, 1995, cultivating awareness of bodily sensations plays a crucial role in emotional intelligence, which in turn improves interpersonal relationships and personal well-being. For beginners, beginning a mindful breathwork practice may seem daunting, yet it is entirely achievable with gradual steps. A useful initial exercise might involve finding a comfortable seated position, taking a few moments to notice the natural rhythm of your breath, and then gently bringing attention to how the breath feels as it enters and exits the body. As thoughts arise, they should be acknowledged without judgment, allowing them to drift away like clouds in the sky. This exercise reinforces the principle that thoughts and feelings may come and go, but the breath remains a constant anchor in the present moment. Moreover, incorporating mindfulness into one's breathwork practice can enhance the effectiveness of specific techniques. For instance, when practicing diaphragmatic breathing, it is beneficial to maintain a focus on the expansion and contraction of the abdomen, which cultivates a mindful presence. This presence not only facilitates deeper breathing, but also further aligns the mind with bodily rhythms, creating a harmonious state conducive to relaxation and awareness. In essence, mindfulness acts as a magnifying glass, illuminating the nuances of breath and its connection to the self. As individuals become more adept at combining mindfulness with breathwork, they may begin to notice subtle shifts in their mental and emotional landscapes. The increased clarity and grounding that comes from this practice can lead to enhanced decision-making capabilities, improved resilience against stressors, and a richer experience of life. According to research by Chaskelson 2011, those who practice mindfulness alongside breathwork often report higher levels of satisfaction in their relationships and overall quality of life. These findings highlight the potential of mindful breathwork as a transformative practice that extends beyond the mat or sitting cushion into everyday interactions. In conclusion, the integration of mindfulness into breathwork is not merely a beneficial addition. It is a profound enrichment of the practice that deepens the connection between mind and body. For beginners, embracing this holistic approach can serve as a gateway to understanding oneself more fully and experiencing the myriad benefits of breathwork. As one continues to explore these techniques, the journey through mindfulness and breath becomes a path toward greater awareness, emotional regulation, and personal empowerment. With practice, patience, and an open heart, anyone can harness the transformative power of mindful breathwork. References: Benson H., 1975. The Relaxation Response, New York, William Morrow and Company. Chaskelson M. 2011, Mindful Techie, How to Use Mindfulness to Improve Your Work and Your Life. Boston, Shambhala Publications. Goleman D., 1995, Emotional Intelligence, Why It Can Matter More Than IQ, New York, Bantam Books. Kabat-Zinn J. 1990, Full Catastrophe Living, Using the Wisdom of Your Body and Mind to Face Stress, Pain, and Illness, New York, Delacorte Press. Chapter 5, Creating a Safe Space for Breathwork Practice. Breathwork as an evolving practice has gained recognition for its profound impact on mental, emotional, and physical well-being. However, the effectiveness of breathwork is often contingent upon the environment in which it is practiced. This chapter delves into the intricate relationship between the design of a safe space and the potential benefits derived from breathwork sessions. Establishing an environment conducive to relaxation, introspection, and emotional release is critical for maximizing the effectiveness of these techniques. To begin, it is essential to understand what constitutes a safe space in the context of breathwork. A safe space refers to a physical and emotional environment where individuals feel secure enough to explore their inner world without fear of judgment or interruption. This concept is rooted in psychological safety, a term coined by organizational behavioral scientist Amy Edmondson, 1999, to describe a climate where individuals believe they can express themselves freely. In breathwork, this translates to a setting where practitioners can engage deeply with their breath, emotions, and thoughts. The absence of physical barriers and an inclusive atmosphere significantly enhances the experience, facilitating emotional regulation and self-discovery. Creating a safe space begins with careful consideration of the physical environment. Factors such as location, lighting, temperature, and seating arrangements play a vital role in cultivating a sense of security. Ideally, practitioners should choose a quiet, peaceful location free from interruptions. This could be a designated room in one's home, a nearby park, or a tranquil space within a wellness center. Natural lighting is preferable, as it fosters a sense of connection to the outside world. If natural light is limited, soft, ambient lighting can evoke a calm atmosphere. Temperature control is also crucial. Practitioners should ensure that the space is neither too hot nor too cold to mitigate physical discomfort that may distract from the practice. Another key element to consider when establishing a safe space is the seating arrangement. Whether practicing seated or lying down, comfort is paramount. Yoga mats, cushions, or blankets may be utilized to ensure a supportive surface. Practitioners should also arrange their space in a manner that fosters a feeling of openness and privacy. For example, laying out the mats in a circle can promote a sense of community among group participants, while solitary practitioners may benefit from a setup that encourages introspection and solitude. In addition to the physical environment, emotional preparation is equally important. Setting an intention prior to entering a breathwork session can serve as a powerful tool for focusing one's mind and energy. An intention might be a simple affirmation like, "I am open to receiving insights," or a more specific goal, such as, "I seek to release tension from my body." This practice aligns with the principles of mindfulness as outlined by Jon Kabat-Zinn, 1990, emphasizing the importance of being present and aware of one's feelings and thoughts without attachment. Articulating an intention can help to anchor practitioners in their breathwork practice and cultivate deeper introspection. Equally essential to establishing a safe space is the element of support. Whether practicing alone or in a group, having access to knowledgeable guidance can enhance the experience significantly. Beginners may feel comforted by the presence of an experienced instructor who can provide clarity on breathwork techniques and offer reassurance throughout the process. Group sessions can create a sense of solidarity, enabling participants to share their experiences and foster empathy among one another. The concept of shared vulnerability can lead to a heightened sense of belonging, which facilitates emotional healing and connection. Moreover, it is vital to recognize and respect the diverse experiences individuals may bring to breathwork sessions. Different practitioners may encounter their own emotional or physical barriers, and as such, the space should be designed with inclusivity in mind. For instance, providing options for different breathing techniques, offering modifications, and encouraging feedback can enhance accessibility for all participants. Acknowledging the various backgrounds and experiences of individuals embarking on breathwork allows for a holistic approach to emotional well-being, as described in Bronfenbrenner's Ecological Systems Theory, 1979, which emphasizes the interconnectedness of individual development and environmental contexts. Incorporating sensory elements can further enhance the safety and comfort of the environment. The use of aromatherapy, calming music, or nature sounds contributes to a multisensory experience, engaging the senses in a manner that promotes relaxation. For example, lavender essential oil is often recommended for its calming properties, while soft, instrumental music can help to facilitate a deeper meditative state. These sensory adjustments serve to ground practitioners, creating a more immersive experience that encourages them to delve deeper into their breathwork practice. Finally, it is essential to establish boundaries within the space. Creating a clear understanding of the rules and expectations within the breathwork environment fosters respect and enhances the overall experience. Whether practicing in a group or individually, participants should be aware of the importance of maintaining a silent atmosphere during practice to allow for introspection and focus. Additionally, communicating any personal boundaries related to physical touch or emotional vulnerability is crucial for creating a safe environment. By doing so, practitioners can engage confidently in their breathwork, knowing they are supported by a framework that respects their autonomy and emotional well-being. In conclusion, creating a safe space for breathwork practice is a multifaceted endeavor that encompasses physical, emotional, and sensory considerations. The interplay between environment and personal intention not only fosters a sense of security, but also enhances the overall efficacy of breathwork techniques. As individuals embark on their breathwork journey, they are encouraged to take into account both the external space they cultivate and the internal intentions they set. By doing so, practitioners can create a sanctuary that nurtures healing, growth, and transformation through the power of breath. Chapter 6: Breathing Patterns. Discovering your unique rhythm. Understanding breathwork necessitates an exploration of individual breathing patterns, which serve as a unique identifier in our physiological and psychological experiences. Each person exhibits distinct breathing patterns, influenced by a multitude of factors, including emotional states, physical conditions, and habitual tendencies. This chapter delves into the intricacies of breathing patterns, aiding beginners in discovering and optimizing their own unique rhythms for enhanced well-being. To begin, it is essential to comprehend what is meant by breathing patterns. Breathing patterns refer to the way an individual inhales and exhales, including elements such as frequency, depth, and rhythm. These patterns are not static. They fluctuate according to circumstances, moods, and environments. For example, during stress, a person may exhibit rapid and shallow breaths, whereas in a state of relaxation, breathing becomes slower and deeper. Such fluctuations illustrate how intimately connected our breath is to our emotional landscape, serving as both a response to and a reflection of our internal state. At its core, understanding breathing patterns involves recognizing the principle of coherence in breathwork. Coherence refers to a harmonious alignment between the breath, heart rate, and mental state. When coherence is achieved, individuals often report experiencing greater clarity, calmness, and emotional stability. A foundational theoretical framework for this concept is the polyvagal theory, proposed by Stephen Porges. According to this theory, the state of our autonomic nervous system, AS, which regulates involuntary bodily functions, is influenced by our breathing patterns. For instance, slow, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic branch of the ANS, fostering a state of calm and safety. Thus, by becoming aware of one's unique breathing patterns, individuals can learn to regulate their emotional and physiological responses effectively. To effectively discover and analyze personal breathing patterns, one must first engage in mindfulness practices. Mindfulness involves paying intentional attention to the present moment, allowing individuals to observe their thoughts, emotions, and significantly their breath. For beginners, a simple mindfulness exercise can be to find a quiet place to sit comfortably and focus on the breath. This involves observing the natural inhalation and exhalation without attempting to control it. It is vital here not to judge or change the breathing, but to simply notice its characteristics, how fast or slow it feels, whether it is deep or shallow, and where in the body the breath is most prominent. This awareness lays the groundwork for understanding one's unique rhythm. Once a beginner has become adept at recognizing their natural breath, the next step is to identify predominant breathing patterns that may be contributing to stress or anxiety. These patterns can be categorized into three primary types: diaphragmatic, thoracic, and clavicular breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing, also known as abdominal breathing, is characterized by deep and full breaths that engage the diaphragm, allowing for maximum oxygen exchange and relaxation. In contrast, thoracic breathing is shallower, primarily utilizing the chest. This type can be associated with anxiety or distress, as it often leads to a reduced oxygen intake and increased feelings of tension. Clavicular breathing is the most restricted, involving the upper chest and shoulders. It typically occurs during times of acute stress and fatigue. Recognizing these patterns empowers individuals to choose healthier breathing techniques suited to their needs. To facilitate this exploration, beginners may find the practice of breath awareness exercises helpful. These exercises can range from simple counting techniques to more structured breathwork practices, such as the 4-7-8 technique, where one inhales for 4 counts, holds for 7, and exhales for 8. Such techniques foster greater control over one's breathing and can gradually transform unhealthy patterns into more beneficial ones. By intentionally practicing diaphragmatic breathing, individuals can engage their body's relaxation mechanisms, promoting a state of calmness that can counterbalance daily stressors. Furthermore, understanding one's unique breathing rhythm can lead to deeper personal insights and emotional healing. Breathing is not just a physical act, it is profoundly interconnected with our emotions, thoughts, and memories. For example, during reflective practices, individuals may notice how certain memories trigger specific breath patterns. Shortened breaths when recalling stressful events versus slow, deep breaths when reminiscing joyful memories. This connection between breath and emotional states emphasizes the therapeutic potential of breathwork. Engaging in conscious breath practices can facilitate emotional release and promote healing, allowing individuals to cultivate resilience in the face of life's challenges. As individuals progress in their breathwork journey, it is vital to remember the concept of flexibility, both in breathing and in one's approach to emotional experiences. Just as breathing patterns can change, so too can our responses to stressors. Developing a toolkit of various breathing techniques enables individuals to choose the most effective method for each situation. For instance, while diaphragmatic breathing may be optimal for relaxation, specific situations might call for more invigorating techniques to boost energy and clarity of thought. Learning to navigate these choices is pivotal in mastering one's breathing patterns and deriving maximal benefit from breathwork practices. In conclusion, discovering one's unique breathing patterns is a vital step in the broader practice of breathwork. Through mindfulness, the identification of habitual patterns, and the application of various techniques, individuals can deepen their self-awareness and emotional regulation. As you continue this journey, remember that every breath offers an opportunity for reflection, connection, and profound transformation. Embrace this journey as a lifelong exploration into the rhythm of your own breath, cultivating a greater understanding of yourself and your path toward holistic well-being. Chapter 7: Integrating Breathwork into Daily Life. As we reach this pivotal chapter on integrating breathwork into daily life, it is essential to recognize that the journey of incorporating breathwork practices into our daily routines is both personal and transformative. This integration serves not merely as an academic exercise, but as a vital pathway to enhancing our overall well-being, emotional regulation, and connection to self. It is crucial for beginners to grasp that the application of breathwork in daily life is rooted in practicality and simplicity, allowing for a seamless transition from theory to real-world practice. At the heart of breathwork lies the understanding that our breath is a powerful tool that can influence our physiological and psychological states. When we intentionally interact with our breath, we can regulate our emotions, reduce stress, and foster a sense of calm and clarity. The practice of breathwork does not necessitate extensive time commitments or elaborate settings. Rather, it can be integrated into everyday activities with mindful awareness. For example, simple practices such as conscious breathing while commuting or mindful pauses during work can make a significant impact on stress levels and emotional balance. To facilitate the integration of breathwork into daily life, it is beneficial to create a structured approach. One effective method is to establish a routine that incorporates intentional breathwork sessions. This can take the form of a few minutes of deep breathing upon waking, followed by a series of breath-focused exercises throughout the day, especially during moments of heightened stress or emotional upheaval. For instance, techniques such as box breathing or the 4-7-8 method can be easily employed during short breaks, enabling individuals to reset their emotional state and return to tasks with renewed focus. Furthermore, it is essential to cultivate an awareness of our breathing patterns throughout the day. Many individuals are unaware of how stress or anxiety can lead to shallow or erratic breathing. Engaging in periodic check-ins with oneself can illuminate these patterns, offering opportunities for conscious adjustment. For instance, a simple acknowledgement of one's breath during challenging situations can prompt a shift from a reactive to a responsive state, fostering emotional regulation. In addition to these practical applications, social support and community can play a significant role in the successful integration of breathwork. Engaging in group sessions, whether in person or virtual, foster a shared commitment to practice and provide accountability. Many individuals find that practicing breathwork alongside others amplifies the benefits and creates a sense of connection, which is particularly vital in times of social isolation or emotional distress. As such, novice practitioners are encouraged to seek out local classes, workshops, or online communities dedicated to breathwork. Similarly, the integration of breathwork into specific environments can enhance its efficacy. For those who spend considerable time in office settings, creating a breathwork-friendly environment is paramount. This might include designating a quiet space for short breathing exercises or employing calming elements such as soothing music or aromatherapy during sessions. Such adjustments can reinforce the practice as part of the workplace culture, encouraging colleagues to engage in shared moments of mindfulness and relaxation. Moreover, the recognition of breathwork as a daily habit rather than a sporadic practice is critical for long-term success. Individuals are encouraged to keep a journal to track their breathwork experiences, noting any changes in emotional or physical states. This exercise not only fosters self-awareness, but also creates a tangible record of progress, reinforcing the commitment to practice. By documenting the effects of breathwork, individuals may find greater motivation to maintain their practices and observe how they evolve over time. In conclusion, the integration of breathwork into daily life is an accessible journey that requires mindfulness, commitment, and community support. As beginners, it is essential to approach this integration with an open mind and a willingness to experiment with various techniques. By recognizing the power of breath as a tool for emotional regulation and personal growth, individuals can unlock a deeper understanding of themselves and cultivate a profound sense of well-being. As we continue on this journey, let us embrace the simplicity and effectiveness of incorporating breath into our daily routine, acknowledging that each conscious breath serves as a step toward holistic health and emotional resilience. Chapter 8: Exploring Advanced Breathwork Techniques. As we delve deeper into the realm of breathwork, it is essential to recognize that beginner techniques pave the way for more advanced practices. In this chapter, we will explore a selection of advanced breathwork techniques, highlighting their physiological and psychological benefits while bridging the links to earlier concepts. This journey aims to empower practitioners to incorporate these methods into their routines, ultimately enhancing well-being through breath. Advanced breathwork moves beyond the foundational practices, integrating more complex methods that may require a nuanced understanding of body awareness and emotional regulation. Techniques such as holotropic breathwork, transformational breath, and rebirthing breathwork exemplify this evolution. Each of these practices leverages the power of breath to facilitate deeper emotional release and transformation. harnessing theories from psychology and physiology. Holotropic breathwork, developed by psychiatrist Stanislav Grof, utilizes accelerated breathing to invoke altered states of consciousness. This technique encourages participants to access subconscious memories and emotions, often leading to profound healing experiences. Grof's model posits that such experiences can catalyze personal growth and psychological healing, drawing upon Carl Jung's theories of the collective unconscious. In practice, holotropic breathwork is typically conducted in a group setting, moderated by trained facilitators, to provide a safe environment for exploration. Moving on to transformational breath, this technique incorporates sound, movement, and various forms of touch. Developed by Judith Kravitz, transformational breath aims to facilitate emotional release by encouraging participants to breathe fully and consciously. This method highlights the interconnectedness of breath with our emotional and physical states, and it is grounded in the understanding that breath has the power to influence emotional well-being. Practitioners are taught techniques to increase lung capacity and break habitual breathing patterns, which may often reflect emotional blockages. The holistic approach of transformational breath recognizes that emotions stored within the body can be released through conscious breathing, promoting an integrative healing process. Another significant approach is rebirthing breathwork, which seeks to address and release birth trauma through breath. This method, founded by Leonard Orr, emphasizes the importance of the breathing pattern established at birth, suggesting that disruptions can leave a lasting impact on an individual's emotional state. Rebirthing practitioners guide participants to revisit their birth experiences through breath, encouraging the release of suppressed emotions and promoting a sense of rebirth and renewal. This approach draws upon theories of attachment and childhood development, proposing that our earliest experiences shape our emotional responses and behaviors in adulthood. While engaging in advanced breathwork practices, it is crucial to approach them with mindfulness and care. The physiological implications of altered breathing patterns necessitate a fundamental understanding of the body's response. For instance, hyperventilation, often a byproduct of accelerated breath, can lead to lightheadedness or tingling sensations due to reduced carbon dioxide levels in the blood. Therefore, it is important for practitioners to familiarize themselves with their own bodies and emotions before processing through advanced techniques and potentially overwhelming experiences. Historically, breath has been intertwined with various healing and transformative practices. Across cultures, from ancient yogic traditions to contemporary psychological methodologies, the breath is perceived as a bridge between the mind and body. The concept of prana, in yoga or qi in traditional Chinese medicine, exemplifies this understanding, where breath is not merely a physiological necessity, but a vital energy that sustains life. By integrating ancient wisdom with modern psychological insights, advanced breathwork can serve as a catalyst for holistic healing. As practitioners engage with these advanced techniques, it is important to maintain a community of support and open dialogue. Group sessions can offer a sense of companionship as individuals navigate their emotional landscapes through breath. Sharing experiences fosters a collective healing environment where vulnerability is met with understanding. Scholars suggest that community engagement enhances the effectiveness of therapeutic practices, promoting accountability and shared learning. In conclusion, advanced breathwork techniques such as holotropic breathwork, transformational breath, and rebirthing breathwork provide profound opportunities for emotional regulation and personal growth. These practices are rooted in both psychological frameworks and holistic principles, urging practitioners to explore the depths of their emotional well-being through breath. By approaching these methods with intentionality, individuals can harness the healing potential of breath, embarking on a transformative journey toward emotional resilience and self-discovery. The exploration of breathwork is not merely a technical endeavor. It is an enriching practice, inviting us to reconnect with ourselves and the life force that sustains us. Chapter 9. Tracking Progress. Journaling Your Breathwork Journey. The practice of breathwork, as discussed throughout this book, opens the door to profound self-discovery and emotional healing. While practitioners often engage in various techniques with immediate effects, tracking progress through journaling can provide deeper insights into one's journey. This chapter will explore the importance of journaling in breathwork, offering practical suggestions for how to effectively document the transformative effects of breathing exercises. The experiences derived from breathwork extend beyond the immediate sensation or the momentary feelings of calmness. They can involve complex emotional shifts, physical sensations, and alterations in one's mental state. By recording these developments, practitioners not only gain clarity, but also develop a structured method to observe their progress over time. This practice can transform the subjective experience of breathwork into a concrete narrative, allowing individuals to reflect upon their growth, challenges, and insights. One effective way to begin this journey of reflection is by establishing a dedicated journaling routine. This could mean setting aside a specific time each day or week as a sacred space for contemplation. When one sits down to write, it is beneficial to create a comfortable environment, free of distractions. The practice of mindfulness should accompany this process, enabling the individual to connect deeply with their thoughts and feelings. Engaging in breath work prior to journaling can also enhance this experience by inducing a state of calm and focus. As individuals document their breathwork experiences, it is essential to include certain elements that can provide a comprehensive understanding of their practice. Key aspects to consider might include the specific techniques employed, the duration and frequency of sessions, and the emotional states before and after each practice. For example, a practitioner might note, "Today I practiced diaphragmatic breathing for 10 minutes. Initially I felt anxious, but afterward I experienced a sense of clarity and peace." Such entries not only catalog experiences, but also cultivate a deeper awareness of patterns and shifts in emotional states over time. In addition to documenting specific sessions, individuals should also reflect on broader themes and insights that arise from their breathwork practice. This can involve exploring challenges faced, such as resistance to certain emotions or difficulty in maintaining focus, as well as breakthroughs, including moments of profound understanding or emotional release. By identifying these patterns, practitioners can recognize areas for further exploration and growth, thus reinforcing the concept of breathwork as an evolving journey. The theoretical framework behind journaling can also be supported by psychological principles such as expressive writing, which has been shown to enhance emotional processing and resilience. According to Dr. James Pennebaker, a leading researcher in this field, expressive writing can help individuals confront and make sense of their emotions, leading to improved mental health outcomes. Therefore, journaling becomes not only a record of one's breathwork journey, but also a therapeutic tool that empowers individuals to confront their inner experiences and foster healing. As individuals continue to write, it may be beneficial to engage in periodic reviews of their entries. Looking back over weeks or months can reveal significant trends that might otherwise go unnoticed. For instance, a practitioner may discover that they tend to feel more anxious leading up to a session, only to find a consistent reduction in anxiety levels afterward. Such realizations can illuminate the profound potential of breathwork and reinforce the commitment to ongoing practice. In the realm of breathwork, sharing one's journey can further amplify the experience. Whether through support groups, online forums, or personal discussions with friends or mentors, discussing one's journaling experience creates a communal space for learning and growth. Engaging with others can provide new perspectives and insights, fostering a sense of connection and support among practitioners. This exchange of ideas can also inspire modifications to one's breathwork practice, leading to continued evolution and discovery. Ultimately, journaling serves as a bridge between the internal and external dimensions of the breathwork journey. It encourages practitioners to articulate and share their experiences, contributing to a collective understanding of the benefits and challenges associated with breathwork. By embracing this practice, individuals are not merely documenting their progress, but actively participating in a broader narrative of healing and self-discovery. As we conclude this chapter, let us remember that each breath and each entry is a step towards greater awareness, acceptance, and personal transformation. Chapter 10, Continuing Your Breathwork Journey, Resources and Communities. As we reach the final chapter of Understanding Breathwork, a beginner's approach to effective techniques, it is essential to consider that the journey of exploring breathwork does not conclude with the last page of this book. Instead, it opens a pathway to deeper understanding, practice, and community engagement. In this chapter, we will explore the resources available for continuing your breathwork journey, connect you with communities that foster learning and sharing, and encourage you to develop your personal practice further. The practice of breathwork is a multifaceted discipline that involves various techniques and philosophies, each with unique benefits for emotional well-being and mental clarity. While you may already possess foundational knowledge through the previous chapters, the next steps involve seeking out resources that can deepen your experience. Through books, online courses, workshops, and programs, you can find diverse perspectives on breathwork. One notable resource is the work of pioneers in the field, such as Dan Brule, whose extensive literature addresses practical applications of breathwork across personal and professional realms. Engaging with such material serves as a means to broaden your understanding and refine your techniques. In addition to literature, a wealth of online resources exists in the form of websites and platforms dedicated to breathwork. These include forums, blogs, and YouTube channels that provide instructional videos and guided sessions. For example, platforms such as Insight Timer and Headspace offer guided breathwork meditations that cater to various skill levels and personal goals. Exploring these options can not only enhance your technique, but also introduce you to diverse modalities, including transformational breath and holotropic breathwork, each offering unique approaches to breath management and emotional release. Moreover, workshops and retreats represent an invaluable avenue for immersive learning. These events provide a structured environment where individuals can experience breathwork in depth, often led by seasoned practitioners. The communal aspect of these gatherings fosters shared learning experiences, allowing for deeper connection with fellow practitioners. For some, the transformational aspect of breathwork becomes more pronounced in these settings, where the supportive atmosphere enhances emotional vulnerability and growth. As you pursue these resources and experiences, it is equally crucial to cultivate connections with communities that share your interest in breathwork. Engaging with a community can enrich your practice and provide support as you navigate your journey. Various social media platforms, such as Facebook and Instagram, host groups dedicated to breathwork, where practitioners share their experiences, insights, and challenges. These virtual communities not only offer encouragement, but also create opportunities for networking and collaboration, expanding your horizon within the realm of breathwork. Furthermore, local communities such as yoga studios, wellness centers, and holistic health clinics often organize breathwork classes and events. In-person connections can foster a sense of belonging and accountability, motivating you to practice regularly. Many practitioners also offer sessions that incorporate breathwork with other modalities, such as yoga, meditation, and mindfulness techniques, thereby enriching your understanding and enabling a more integrated approach to well-being. In your journey, it is essential to be intentional about the communities you engage with and the resources you choose. Look for groups that emphasize inclusivity, respect, and authenticity. Many breathwork communities are founded on principles of shared values and collective well-being, offering vibrant spaces for exploration and support. By aligning with those who resonate with your intentions and aspirations, you create an ecosystem that nurtures your personal and collective growth. As you immerse yourself in the world of breathwork, consider documenting your experiences and reflections. Keeping a journal can serve multiple purposes. It provides a space to articulate your thoughts, track your progress, and delve deeper into your emotional responses during sessions. This practice of self-reflection enhances self-awareness and can highlight patterns or insights that arise through your engagement with breathwork techniques. It also allows you to recognize the evolution of your journey, helping you appreciate how far you have come. Ultimately, the continued exploration of breathwork fosters a lifelong journey of discovery and connection. Whether you are drawn to solo practices or the energy of communal gatherings, the choice of how to proceed is entirely yours. Embrace the journey with openness and curiosity, allowing each experience to unfold organically. With the tools and insights gained throughout this book, you are now equipped to navigate your unique path within the broader tapestry of breathwork. In conclusion, the practice of breathwork is a rich and evolving discipline, and its potential for personal transformation is boundless. As you step beyond the pages of this book, remember that growth is an ongoing process. Seek out resources that resonate with you, connect with like-minded individuals, and cultivate a practice that nurtures your well-being. By doing so, you will not only enhance your own life, but also contribute positively to the collective consciousness of those who share this journey. The breath, an ever-present companion, becomes a gateway to deeper awareness, peace, and connection, guiding you ever forward in your exploration.